Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. In this world, there are two types of people. Those who make YouTube videos, and those who watch them. And you watch them. Hopefully this one. If I had the power to pick, I would say you would watch this one. I'm Carson Orlando, and I'm participating in Teacup for One's Great Movie Marathon. If you don't know what that is, essentially where a bunch of us YouTubers are reviewing each movie featured on the Great Movie Ride. And today, that movie is the good, the bad, and the ugly. However, movie reviews are not what my channel is about, except that one time. But if you're curious about my review, the movie is 3 hours long, and about 2 of those hours are squinting. No. This channel is about revealing backstage secrets of Disney, so I called in a wandering gunslinger from the ride itself to answer a few questions at high noon. Now draw! Now, like other cast members I've interviewed for this channel, this particular bandit has wished to be like Clint Eastwood in the Dollars trilogy and be the man with no name, aka remaining anonymous. And while I would normally just refer to them as another Chris from Orlando, we'll call them Kid Carson, based on the bandit character's actual name. Howdy y'all. Yes, we're going with that accent. So, Kid, tell us about how long you spent working at the Great Movie Ride. Well, I started working there during the college program in '08, and I was off and on again with the Great Movie Ride all the way up to the very end. And I do mean the very end, as I had the honor of being the last bandit on the last day. Wow, that's a hell of an honor. So, when I was a Jungle Cruise skipper, I was surprised that they just trained everyone to be a skipper on the boat. I thought we had to work on the dock for a while, and then they trained us to be on the boat. Is this similar at the Great Movie Ride with the gangster and the bandit? Not exactly. You see, when I started working there, they started me off as a regular tour guide. It wasn't until later that I was able to audition to be a gangster, and then I was able to audition to be the bandit. Oh, that makes sense. They certainly want you to be able to know how to work the ride vehicle before you hijack it. But why did you have to audition for bandit separately from gangster? Surely if you do one, you could do the other. Well, simply put, there wasn't a need for as many bandits. Until 2001, both the bandits and the gangsters were used, but they changed it to reduce staffing when capacity wasn't needed. So that's why I almost always got the gangster. I think I only got the bandit one time in all the times I rode GMR. Bullseye. Your best chance to see a bandit was to either come in the middle of the day or on a holiday when we were busy. If you came in early in the morning, late in the evening, or whenever the line wasn't too long, you were almost just guaranteed to get the gangster. I guess between the two, the gangster is more naturally antagonistic, whereas people see cowboys more as heroes. Even if they did just see you blow up a bank, hijack their vehicle, and leave the tour guide for dead. It's all in the past. So what was the training like? At this point, you're already familiar with how the ride works and the script of the rest of the ride. What new things did you need to learn? Well, first and foremost was gun safety, because those bad boys were real guns. Obviously, they were modified to only fire blanks, but it's not like at the Jungle Cruise where the gun is obviously fake. We had to make sure that nothing was going in the direction of guests. And don't even get me started on those dummies who tried to take the gun from me after I got on board. The hardest part of the training was always getting the timing down, especially when it was time to blow up the bank. Was there a rotation like there is at other rides? Were you a bandit for a few shows, have to change and then go work the fast pass line? Or did you just do bandit all day? Oh, you were bandit all day, unless staffing elsewhere was in short supply, in which case they'll pull you. It'd be very weird if you were a bandit part of the day and then you were working greeter later that day and someone comes by and goes, "Hey, weren't you disintegrated earlier?" Were you constantly moving? Like, as soon as you're done with one show, you have to run back to the Western set to get ready for the next one? Not particularly. You have yourself a 5-minute show, and then you get to relax for about 10 to 15 minutes. A pretty sweet gig if you could get it for sure, but it was also incredibly physically demanding. What was your favorite part of the role? I just love playing the character. I played him as having a screw loose, not all that smart, but not a bad guy. I mean, he's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy. It was always fun to lunge at people, you know. Keep them on their toes, make sure they're paying attention. Always good. I would oftentimes sing Blood on the Sandal from the Country Bears, mostly just for kicks. But it was always fun to see the reaction from people to see if they get the reference. And finally, got any good guest stories or backstage stories from us? You could be as nice or as mean as you want. The most fun on the job was backstage, where we would be spraying each other with squirt guns, scaring the crap out of each other with an old alien mask, and hiding things scenery to throw each other off. As for guest stories, I do have one. There was a kid named Carson, which, yes, the fact that my name is Kid Carson makes this story that much better. The kid was a huge fan of Cowboys and was super excited when I joined their tour. We arranged to do a special meet and greet after the ride, and that was really nice. Well, thank you so much for helping me out today, kid. I want to give a big shout out to my anonymous friend for his hindsight into working the Great Movie Ride. The Great Movie Ride was a very special ride, and while it may be gone, its memory lives on in old gunslingers like Kid Carson and the fans of this classic ride. But who was your favorite scene stealer? The gangster or the bandit? Leave them in the comments down below. And don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button to help spread the word to help this channel grow. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram, links in the description down below. Also click the links to check out Teacup for One and the Hide Stu Disney's channels, because they'll be covering the good, the bad, and the ugly on their channel as well. We're also going to be doing a live stream tonight at 8 on Teacup's channel, so make sure you tune in for that. I'm Chris Orlando, and take care, y'all. One love. Don't hurt nobody.